Hi, this would be the part one video of the series of issuing shares. Uh, First of all, we'll identify how a issue of shares would take place. Usually, there are two major ways that issuing of shares would take place. One is the shares would be issued for a consideration other than cash, and as the second method, the issuing of shares would take place for cash. And if in case if the issuing of shares would be take place for cash, it would be issued in different installments such as application, allotment, and first, second, and final call, likewise. So let's move to the model journal entries in relation to the issue of shares. In this example, 10,000 shares have been issued at 100 each, and when the share price is 100, this is how the installments have been made. On application, 50 would be collected, on allotment 30, and on final call 20. So 50, 30, 20 together, 100 would be the share price, and 10,000 shares would be issued. So when it comes to the journal entries, first of all, we need to make two entries in relation to the application of shares. And initially, we need to record the entry in order to receive money on application. So whenever you are receiving money, your bank account would be debited, and the relevant amount should be credited to the share application amount. And according to this example, 10,000 shares into 50 rupees, which means 50,000 should be debited to the bank account and the 50,000 should be credited to the share application account. So this is to record the receipt of the application money. And upon the receiving the money for the application, then you can transfer this the share application amount to the share stated capital account. So what you're going to do is that whatever the amount which has been earlier sent it to the share application account, now we are going to remove it from there. So you are debiting the share application account and you are sending that to the stated capital account. So literally at the end of the day, this credit entry would be cut off for this debit entry, and finally bank account would be debited and stated capital account would be credited. So the amount of entry also equal to each other. The amount that we have, what we have already credited to the share application amount account is 50,000. So the same amount you are removing from the share application account and then you are crediting into the stated capital account. So these are the first two entries in order to record the application money that you receive for issuing shares. Right. So after recording the application, then you can move for the allotment. So here in allotment, the first entry would be relating to the allotment money due. The reason is that when it comes to the application, the receipts of money would be mentioned first, and then only you are transferring the relevant amount to the stated capital account. But when it comes to allotment, first of all, the allotment due amount would be sent it to the stated capital account first, and then only the entry for the receipt of the allotment money would be created. So here what you do is that whatever the allotment money, you would be debited to the share allotment account and would be credited to the share capital account. So according to this case, 10,000 shares into 30. So 30,000 shares would be debited to the share allotment account and credited to the share capital account. And after that, once you are received money for the allotment, so in that case, bank account would be debited by 30,000 and share allotment account would be credited by 30,000. So the application and allotment was done. Then finally what is left is the final call. On final call also, first of all, you need to make the entry for the due, call money due, and then you can record the entry for the cash that you are receiving from the call. So when it comes to the call money due, you have to debit the share call account and credit the stated capital account. So the amount to be debited is equal 10,000 shares into the call money amount, which is 20,000. So you are debiting it to the share call account and crediting it to the stated capital account. And upon the receipt of the money for the call, you can debit the bank account by 20,000 and credit the share call account by 20,000. So these are the 6 entries that you need to do in order to transfer the share amount that you receive to the stated capital account. Right. With that, let's move to this example. Axia Company Limited issued 40,000 shares at 10 each at par value as follows. On application 4, on allotment 3, and on call 3. The company received applications for 40,000 shares, all money received on due dates. So let's make the entries in relation to this sum. So on application you are receiving 4 rupees, on allotment you are receiving 3 rupees, and on call you are receiving 3. So for the application, there would be 2 entries, and the first entry for the receipt of application money and second one to transfer the money into the capital account. And on allotment also you are getting 2 entries, but the first entry should be relating to the money due or the transfer to the amount to the stated capital account, and then only you are recording the receipt of allotment money. Thirdly, on the call account also, first of all, you are recording the amount that you're sending to the stated capital account, and then only you are recording the money that you're receiving on the call. So the double entry for receipt of application, so you are receiving money, your bank account would be debited and share application account would be credited. The amount would be equal to 40,000 shares into 4 rupees. So which would be 160,000. So 160,000 should be debited to the bank account and another 160,000 would be credited to the share application account. Once you need to transfer this share application amount to the stated capital account, so what you earlier credited to the share capital account, now we are going to remove that. So I'm going to debit the share application account, and that amount I'm going to credit it to the stated capital account. So 160,000 would be debited to the share capital account and 160,000 again would be credited to the stated 160,000 would be debited to the share application account and credited to the stated capital account. Upon the completion of the application, then we can move to the share allotment. So unlike the share application, first of all, we need to record the allotment due amount. So I'm going to debit the share allotment account, and that amount I'm going to credit it to the stated capital account. So the value would be 40,000 shares into 3 rupees, which is 120,000. So debit 120,000 to the share allotment account and credit 120,000 on the stated capital account. Then we can record the receipt of allotment money. So whenever you are receiving money, your bank account would be debited. And now you are receiving your allotment, so your share allotment account can be credited. The amount of money that you're receiving is 120,000, so I'm going to debit bank account by 120,000 and credit the share allotment account by 120,000. With those two entries, the allotment would be completed, and then we can move to the call. So on the call account also, first entry to record the amount in the stated capital account. So I'm debiting the call account and crediting the stated capital account. The amount would be 40,000 shares into 3, which is 120,000. So debiting 120,000 and crediting 120,000. And once you receive the call money, you can debit the bank account, since you're getting money into the bank account, by 120,000, and you can credit the call account by 120,000. So these are the journal entries in order to record the share issue transactions. So let's use the same example and we'll prepare the ledger accounts. So here we need 4 types of accounts: cash account, stated capital account, and in the Edexcel syllabus, it's acceptable to draw the application and allotment in one single account. So I'm using this account to record both application and allotment entries, and finally the call account. So what we have to do is that whatever the previous 6 journal entries that we have discussed, we just have to put it into these accounts. So when it comes to application consists of 2 entries, which is receipt of money and the transfer. So the double entry relating to the receipt of money is cash book would be debited and the application account would be credited. So I'm going to debit the cash book by 160,000 and credit the application and allotment account by 160,000. So here I'm going to write application and allotment account, and here cash account. So this would be my first journal entry. So if I showed here the receipt of application money, the bank account has been debited by 160,000, share application has been credited by 160,000. So that's the entry which I have made. And secondly, once you want to transfer the application money into the stated capital account, you can take the money out of the application account and put it into the stated capital account. So here, as the second entry, in order to transfer the amount to the stated capital account, I'm going to remove this 160,000 from the application account and put it into the stated capital account. So here I'm writing as stated capital, since I'm taking it to the stated capital account, and here I'm writing as application and allotment account. So what I have done is that I have removed the money from the application and allotment account and put it into the stated capital account. Right. So secondly, on allotment, again I have to record the due entry first, and then the cash that I have received on the allotment. So the due entries would be like this. So first of all, I have to take the money out of the allotment account and put it into the stated capital account. And since 40,000 into 3, 40,000 shares are being issued at 3 for allotment, my total value would be 120,000. So in order to record the due entry, first of all, I'm removing the money from the application and allotment account, 120,000. And I'm going to put that in the stated capital account as 120,000. So this would be my third entry. Here I'm writing stated capital, and here application and allotment account. And this is the entry for the allotment in due. And now I'm going to record the transaction for the cash that I'm received for the allotment. So I'm receiving money for the cash book or to the bank account, and I'm going to credit it to the application and allotment account. So this would be my fourth entry. Here I'm writing application and allotment account, and here it's cash. So I have done with the both entries in relation to allotment also. Let's move to the call. So call also consists of two entries, the due amount and the receipt. So entry relating to due is that I have to debit the call account by 120,000 and credit the stated capital by 120,000, because the call literally the amount of call money is taking out from the call account and put it into the stated capital. So in order to do that, in my call account I'm going to debit 120,000 and I'm going to credit my stated capital account by 120,000. This would be my fifth entry. And here call account, and here stated capital. And as the sixth entry, I need to record the money that I received for the call account. So I'm receiving money to the bank. So here call account 120,000, and here I'm receiving it from the cash book 120,000. So these are the six entries which I have to enter in the accounts. So when I try to balance the accounts at the end of the day, I'm getting 400,000 and 400,000 here. So a balance carried down in my cash account would be 400,000. And when I try to balance the application and allotment account, here it's 280,000 and 280,000. So the application and allotment account is completely closed, since whatever the entries that we have recorded from the cash account has been taken out from here and put it into the stated capital account. The same way, the call account also completely closed down on 120,000 on both sides, since what we got from the cash account has been taken out and sent it to the stated capital account. And while we try to balance the stated capital account, you get 400,000 here and here. So the balance carried down of the stated capital account would be 400,000. So when you look at the ledger accounts, you can see that the application and allotment account and the call account would be completely closed, and final double entry would exist between the cash book and stated capital. So the investors would bring 400,000 by cash to the business, and those cash is considered as the stated capital or owner's equity in the books of accounts.